Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, thanks for clicking on my video. Today I have a first impressions, get ready with me, a little chatty. I did this makeup look and I used all NYX, NYX, however you want to pronounce it, products that were new to me. I had a couple things that I pulled from my collection that I didn't have new, but overall, I love it. I do. I think it looks pretty, looks kind of natural, but the eyes make it glam for me. Anyway, I love this look. I want to show you how I got it, so stay tuned and keep on watching. So I've already washed, moisturized, did all my skincare stuff. We're going to start off with primer. This is new to my collection. This is the NYX, the Face Glue Gripping Primer. Oh, okay. So it has a little screw top, literally like glue. This is interesting. I'm wondering if this is going to be like... This is so cool. It literally looks like I'm about to put glue on my face. And it's thick. I have some gripping primers that are kind of runny. This is not bad at all. And of course, I get it in my hair. I feel a little stickiness. I don't know that I might have been expecting something crazy. Now for foundation, I don't know how much coverage this is going to have because y'all know with my dark spots. And then I just recently had a major breakout. Like when I say major, I guess I normally do get ready with me's or getting ready telling stories. So I got injured pretty bad. Felt a couple pops in my back during my deadlifts. I'm going to talk while I'm applying this. This is the NYX Buttermilk Glaze Soft Glow Skin Tint. SPF 30 in the shade 07 Toffee Butter. I hope this has some coverage. Felt two pops in my back during my deadlifts. And it was strange because this is not the right shade. I thought I got the darker. Maybe it is. Y'all know how I am about my foundations. It was weird because it was in the middle of a deadlift and it was the heaviest deadlift I had ever done for reps. I was super excited. Felt the pops, locked them out, felt great. Well, I felt some soreness after, but I just chalked that up to, you know, you just deadlifted 550 pounds for 2 reps. So you might be a little sore. I was able to go through and finish my workout. Felt some soreness, didn't think much of it. And then at 3 o'clock that morning, I couldn't stand up straight hardly. So I went and got an MRI done. And I have a bulging disc. And a piece of that disc broke off and is pinching my obturator nerve, which is a nerve that goes from your back across to the front of your leg and down the front of your leg instead of sciatic, which goes down the back. So for a while, and still a little bit now, the front of my shin was numb. Couldn't feel it when I would touch it, which is the weirdest thing. And severe weakness in my leg. So right now I am currently rehabbing, but the doctor gave me prednisone. Apparently this comes in 4 milligrams and 10 milligrams. And 4 milligrams did absolutely nothing to help with the pain or the inflammation. 10 milligrams, however, on the first day, knocked it out completely, but major breakout. Face, neck, chest, shoulders, and back. And it's a steroid, so that makes sense that it could have that effect, but I'm still recovering from that. Right off the bat, I see a glow. It is a skin tint. Y'all know how they have some skin tints that say skin tint and they are like coverage. This is not that. So if you like something lighter, you would like this. I, however, don't. I've been trying to gravitate towards lighter coverage stuff, but this is a little too light. We're going to put some more and see if this is buildable, and I'm going to put a good bit under my eyes. I am not too worried because I always get that with concealer, but my chin area, which doesn't look that bad. And if y'all are wondering if y'all like my nails, this is low-key like my new favorite set, and I'm about to order a bunch of them. I got these from Walmart. My ring is crooked like usual. These are the Salon Perfect glass nails. So you can see they have the prettiest ombre mirrored cat eye. Like, I'm trying not to blind y'all, but I'm about to order. They have 2 colors. I'm ordering both colors. I'm ordering like 10 packs. This is going to be my signature nails. I'm trying to just wear these first to see how they wear. Like, is this going to rub off? Are they going to pop off really easy or bend? I had some nails that I got that I wore in Miami, and those nails broke. Like, they were so soft and fragile that I broke one at the airport, and then I broke another one like the next day. So I was like, no, this is not a good nail for me because I'm too hard on nails. Okay, so we did get a little more coverage. I think because the shade is light, I feel like my dark spots look a little gray underneath, but you can see this is definitely a glaze, glowy finish. I feel like this is something I would probably wear more in the winter just because it's not as hot, so it's gonna stay. For concealer, we're trying to do all NYX products, so if there's something I don't have, what do I not have? Who am I kidding? I'm trying to pull the new stuff that I bought, but I don't have a new concealer. So this is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. I'm going to go ahead and put this under my eyes. I have not worn this in forever, and I ain't going to lie to y'all, this is a little old. So if it don't work right, I'm not going to blame it on the concealer itself because this is a old tube. Yeah, so it has been really rough. Like y'all know, I've had surgeries. I've come back from that, but like the surgery, you know, it's going to take this amount of time to heal. You're going to lose muscle. That's just what it is. You have to rehab, do all the things. This is, my back hurts a little bit, super manageable. Like, I know I have a higher pain tolerance, so my back is fine. Like, I'm still deadlifting. I am still working out. Like, I was still working out when it first happened. There would be just moments where I was fine and then I couldn't stand up straight, and then my leg would feel like it was gonna cramp from the hip down into my quad. So I would have to like sit down and try to stretch and do all these things. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. I'm still working out, still training, and I'm able to deadlift now. I did get, this looks like it'll be okay, but I need to set it, and I don't have a powder. Hold on. Okay, I don't have a NYX setting powder that is super light, but I do have this mineral set it and don't fret matte finishing powder. I think this is going to be great to put on my face so that it can kind of take off some of this shine. I remember buying this so long ago and I loved it so much that I bought a backup. So I have 2 of these sitting in my drawer of backups. I can always try on my forehead. Let's see, because it's a light beige shade. So let's see if we can make that work. Otherwise, we're going to go with our Maybelline. This might not be bad, especially since the concealer is light. But I definitely can't use too much. And then I have bronzer to use still, so we should be okay. But yeah, this is just weird because I feel okay. I'm not in a lot of pain. I'm working, I'm standing, I'm training, doing all the things, and then I will try to do leg extensions or Bulgarian split squats or squatting. Weight on my back, go down, come up, y'all. Put it on my back. Oh, this feels light. This feels great. Go down, feel a little bit of a shift. Try to push up, and it's like my leg is like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So I have managed to do it because I still have a good amount of muscle mass. I have started losing some mass in that leg already, and it's only been a little over a month. I started noticing that I was losing muscle in that leg about 3 weeks into the injury, and I didn't realize what nerve it was until probably 4 weeks after talking to a friend at the gym who is in physical therapy school, which is stupid because I've been to 2 doctors, back doctors, and they were both just like, I've only heard the term sciatic, which this is not. And they've basically just said, like, we're going to try this, and hopefully it feels better. I kind of feel like this is not giving the coverage for my under eyes I thought it would. So I'm going to put a little bit more. I like how it looks on my face. Like, I feel like it's kind of blurring. It's low key feeling like a little bit of highlighter. I don't know. If you use glowy products, then maybe you already know this is how this is supposed to look. This is my first time really using a glowy product. So this is a real first impressions kind of situation. Okay, I did go in with the Maybelline just a little bit because the other powder was too dark. But I am going to take a powder brush and just lightly go across the rest of my face to try to tamper down a little bit of this shine. I don't want it all to go away because I know that youthful glow kind of comes from that lit from within look. And if your foundation is super matte, then I'm kind of take away from that. But at the same time, I don't want this slipping all over my face. I do have a new bronzer. I picked up the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. I know these have been out for a while, but y'all, I have not been shopping drugstore, and I felt like it was time to give y'all something different. This one is in the shade Dew Butter. That's cute. So we're just gonna take a big fluffy brush and bronze the crap out of my face. But back to my story time. So, ooh, yes, that is pretty. Yeah, it is a very strange feeling to just feel like you have no control of your body. And in your head, you feel like you should be able to do something, but your body's just like, no, we're not cooperating. And that's what is happening with my leg. I've also been struggling to make myself want to film because I felt like being on that prednisone made my face like super puffy. I don't feel like I gained a lot of weight, but I just feel like overly bloated and uncomfortable, and I feel like my cheeks look puffy, and I was just like, I don't want to film like this. I don't think I look good. So there has just been a lot of mental struggle, and I am grateful for Babe because he is just like, babe, you look good, you look fine. I don't see it, but I understand, and we know why, so don't stress out about it. So that's what I've been trying to do. I like this bronzer. It is a bronzer. It is not a contour, so you definitely see it's bringing some color with a little hint of red. Like, you could honestly just wear this as a blush, but I have a blush, so we're going to put that on too. I like this, though. This has been out for a while. It had really good reviews. I got mine from Ulta. It was on sale, and I had a coupon. I got the Buttermilk blush in the shade Feeling Buddy. Y'all know me and my terracottas. No! It is smashed. Completely smashed. I'm definitely bringing this back to the store tomorrow. It is everywhere. I don't even know how to try to pick this up and not get like way too much. Oh, okay. Yes, I do remember now. This also has some sheen to it. It is like a highlighting blush. Gorgeous color. I will get another one, but you can see the sheen on it. Whoa. I was not expecting that. Glad I am using this today so that it doesn't sit. Alright, got that cleaned up. This is what the blush looks like. So you can see we do have some sheen, and I like this. I just don't like it right in the front of my face like this, and I'll probably put a little too much because I couldn't tell what was on my brush, but we like blush, so that's okay. We are going to be super highlighted because they just came out with highlighters in the Butter collection as well, and I picked up one of those. So this is in the shade Glaze It Butter. And this one is a light bronze. I cannot wait to see what this highlighter looks like because it's pretty, but it feels... Okay, I hope you guys can see that because my cheeks are already really glowy. Yeah, you can see that. That is a gorgeous shade. I always get a little anxious when they say it's a bronze because, or anything gold, like I normally just gravitate towards champagnes, and that is what this looks like. So that is so pretty. And I'm sure you can build this up to make it blinding, but we are already super glowy with the base, so I don't feel like I need it. Even though we put a good bit on. I think it still looks good though. Let me keep going. We're gonna go ahead and move into eyes. I bought this palette so long ago, never used it, but I thought it was gorgeous. I'm gonna take this neutral shade here, put that in my crease. I remember I wanted this for the longest, and it's like 20 bucks, and I was like, I'm not paying $20 for a drugstore eyeshadow palette, which y'all really like, that's not that much, but you know how I am, gotta wait for a coupon. So I waited for it to go on sale years ago, and I got it and then just stuck it in my collection because that's what I do. Let's do something a little different. We're gonna go in with this greenish blue shade, or do we want to go pink? Let me swatch them. So we have the, I feel like I do greens a lot. And I haven't done a gold or bronzy shade in a while. This is kind of speaking to me right now. Let's do that. I haven't done a neutral shade on my eyes in a minute. I'm either doing no eyeshadow or like full-blown eyeshadows. Just press really hard. That is a very, very pretty shade. It's almost like, yeah, it's a rose gold for sure, which we can get behind. That cut in my crease and I didn't even have to spray my brush. I'm not getting fallout on my face. And like I said, this eyeshadow palette is not new, so to say it is performing this well, I'm really happy about that. That is a pretty shade. Ooh, I'm glad I did that. Now, what we do with this outer corner is the question, because we do not have anything dark other than like this gray and this purple. So we don't really have a in-between shade. Let me try the bronzer and see if you can see that. It's a little darker, but it's kind of looking like the shade we put in our crease. So it's giving some dimension though, but y'all know I want more. So we're gonna go in lightly. I don't want the purple. We're gonna go in with this darker shade. I'm gonna use a smaller brush. But anyway, back to story time. So right now I am trying to listen to the doctors a little bit, which I normally don't do, because I feel like I have yet to go. I have a lot of doctors that I've encountered that say they are a sports medicine doctor and they work with athletes and yada yada. But the ones that I have gone to, I feel like they treat me like I'm an 80-year-old woman and I'm super fragile. Like, do y'all know how much weight I lift? Do you know that I am about that life and I do this competitively and I've done it for years? So you telling me sit on the couch and rest and all these things, like that is not realistic for an athlete. Would you tell a pro football player to do that? No. I don't know if they look at me like, oh, you're a woman and so you need to chill out, but like that's not gonna happen. So The doctor did say, you know, stay around 50% of your max and just do high reps. And I'm like, okay, I can get behind that. So he ain't telling me to just sit down and not do anything. So I'm just blending and blending and blending. I like how this looks. I wish there was a shade like in between these two, but I feel like if I keep blending in this area, we'll get it together. So that is what I'm doing. Lightweight, but it is just hard to sit there and like, for someone who has developed mind muscle connection, and I know like when I do this movement, I'm supposed to feel this muscle, and that's not happening right now. That is really hard for me to deal with. So I don't think I said this, but disc is bulging. Part of the disc broke off and is lodged on my spine. And I don't know, and the doctors haven't said if the piece that's lodged against my spine is what's causing the muscle in my leg not to work, or is it the spine, you know, the disc that's bulging. Because the piece that broke off, they said will take 3 to 6 months to dissolve. I don't need surgery. But I'm like, okay, so does that mean I have to wait 3 to 6 months before my leg is going to operate properly again? Because I had meets planned, stuff I wanted to do. I mean, at this point, your girl is just happy she is able to get around, because one night we went grocery shopping after the gym and I couldn't walk to the car. Like, I had to ask Gabe to go get the car. So this has been a very hard, humbling experience. I'm listening to my body, and I am still deadlifting. I am still squatting, and it's just a lot lighter than I'm used to. I am extremely optimistic because I have to be. I don't want to sink into a mindset of, oh, I'm never going to be able to train again, and have all this negative go through my head. I'm low-key thinking about adding some green, like right here, just because I want to play with more colors in this palette. So we're going to go with, actually, I'm going to take this shade right here, which has a little shimmer to it, and just kind of put that. Did that do anything? Because it's picking up. I wanted it, yeah, just to blend. Okay, I see it. These eyes are definitely a win. This palette is amazing. If you have thought about it, want a drugstore option, this is a good one. I would either use a bronzer or get like a single shadow. Who does that anymore? Single shadow to use with this, just to have something to blend. But as you see, I did it and I didn't need it, so maybe you won't either. For lashes, I do have a new lash liner. This is the NYX Jumbo Lash 2-in-1 liner and adhesive. Y'all know I love this to put my lashes on. I do not have a NYX lash. They do have some. I didn't pick any up because I have so many lashes right now, and I've really been into the clusters. I figured out how to make them work, and I think I talked about this in another video, but I did get this lash glue, which is supposed to make them last longer. And I take the bond and I put that on my lashes, and then I take this and I put it on the cluster, and then I put it on, and that makes it stay longer. So happy to have finally figured that out, and I have been using those because it is nice to have lashes on when you don't want to do a lot of makeup, and they're under the lash, so they're really seamless. But it just makes me feel a little more put together, so I have been doing that. But we're going to use the Salon Perfect pre-permed push-up tight curl lashes. This looks like they are going to be pretty dramatic, so I need to go ahead and put some mascara on. Do I have one? Okay, this is the Ulta Lash Flash. This is their tubing mascara. I'm just going to put this on my lashes real quick, which I think this works really, really well. Can y'all see the difference already? Look at that. This is a good mascara for a drugstore option. I love a tubing mascara because this does not smudge, which is important when I am in the gym or at a meet and your girl is getting amped up, straining really hard, and then having black streaks or dots under her eyes because her mascara has smudged. So these lashes, I can tell you right now, we need to trim them because they are going to be way too long for my eyes. I hope this works because y'all know I love my little velour lashing line and I think I have one from Kiss as well that I keep in my bag. This has just made putting lashes on so much easier. And I do use it as a liner as well, so I don't have to go back in with the liner. I don't like using it for my wing. There's one that I have, I think it's the one from Kiss, that I feel like does not dry. And one time it actually left like a whole line on the top of my lid, which was really weird to me. I'm gonna put 2 coats of this. Maybe put a tiny little wing just in case I have to put the lash further out, which I do sometimes. Like because I feel like my eyes are a little downturned. So when I put on lashes, I will angle them slightly up and outwards instead of having them follow the natural curve of my eye. I always try to line up the middle first and then the inner corner. And then the outer. Which this is actually further in than I normally go. But I think we're sticking, so that is good. I'm just gonna pinch to mesh my lash. With this, I feel like this is a big lash. And it is not sticking on the inner corner. I might need to take this off and reapply it. It is a little bit, yeah. We're gonna add some more liner and I'm gonna move it out because I don't like my lashes that far inside. I don't know about y'all, but have you ever put lashes on and then you feel like it's like touching the bridge of your nose? That is what happens when I feel like I put this too far on the inside. And move this a little further out. And now we are stuck. Thank you, baby Jesus. So there is the lash. That's a big lash, but it is working for me. I'm going to put the other one on off camera. I went ahead and did my brows off camera because the only thing I have is not new. It's the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I used a combination of brunette and espresso. I used brunette on the inner part of my brows and then espresso on the outer part. I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like I can do my brows better with the big, or maybe it's just it's faster. And I know these look so much better because you can give you that little hair-like stroke to make it look like hairs in the front. I just be ready to go. And brows are the last thing, and I'm just like, draw them and go about my business. But I do have a brow gel. This is the Thick It Stick It Brow Mascara. This might be new, I'm not sure. I do have the brow glue that came out with this glue line, but I'm pretty sure I've used that in a video because it's already in my collections. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. I got this in the shade Espresso as well. I hope y'all can see this when I open it, but this almost looks like it has little hairs sticking out on it. And being that my brows, I hope this espresso is not too dark. I'm trying to like wipe some of it off. I always start back here just in case. But this is supposed to help. You know what? I should have tried this before I did my brows, because this is actually marketed to like really fill in, and it has like little fibers in it. So I'm wondering if I could use this without actually needing to fill in my brows. That's a nice brow. I'm gonna bring this in the bathroom to see if I can wear this to the gym when I don't fill in my eyebrows. Let's move on to lips. I did show you this in a haul. This is the NYX. I say NYX, NYX. I don't know which one it is, so I go back and forth. This is the Lingerie XL Gimme Gimme Lip Kit. This is in a shade. Okay, it doesn't say like the kit name, but the liner is in Club Hopper and then the gloss is in Sugar Glass. So there is no lipstick with this. Oh, yes there is. Wait, it's a clear gloss. So that's the lipstick shade, and then I did swatch these in the haul video, but there you go with the liner. This is a little darker, but I like that combination. So eyes are neutral enough that we can make this work. I feel like this liner is a little bit more on the plum side than it is a brown. So I am going to use that to fill in a little bit to help it blend better. I do like their liners. Y'all know I prefer a retractable liner, so this gets used like when I'm at home, because then I have a sharpener. I don't want to have to worry about sharpening when I travel. That is cute. Okay. I hope this is something that's gonna last. It's definitely giving that suede vibe, so we love that. Reminded me, it's not moussey. Like if you've used the, oh, what am I thinking? Patrick Ta. Yeah, Patrick Ta. His lip reminds me, do I have one up here? Nope, it's in my bathroom. This reminds me of that. I do not like using these glosses using the applicator because I don't want to mess it up. So we're just gonna go in. I'm gonna put some on my finger and put that on my lip because I hate getting the color inside the gloss. So I normally use a gloss, but I use a color, but this is the kit, so we're gonna use the kit. Okay, I do have a setting spray. They also have a face glue setting spray. So we're gonna see how this works. It says transfer resistant makeup setting spray. Okay. See how this, okay, we got a fine mist. It does not feel sticky. That is not a fine mist. I feel that shooting on my face. Nope, I don't like it. All my other misters that I currently use are a lot. Ooh, that does feel sticky. That feels stickier than the primer. I feel like if I try to like, I hope this, no, okay. I was worried it was gonna like take my makeup off, sticking to the sponge or something, but we're good. So that is it for the final look. Tell me what you guys think. I really like this, and I would say that I normally would use more of a contour, so I might go back in and do that, but I didn't have one for this video. But overall, I think this look came out really well. The foundation matches because I'm still light skinned for me. And I was worried about this not being gold enough, not yellow enough, but I like it. I really like it. So comment below, tell me what you guys think. Have you tried any of these products? Do you think the look came out okay? What do you think about the eyes? I did have to go back in with a different lash glue because this one, inner corners, did not stick. This lash band is thick, So I feel like if I was using something like these little naked ones right here that have the thin band, it probably would have worked better. But for these, I had to go in on the inner corners. So I love everything I tried today. I'm not mad about it, including that foundation. We'll see how it wears. But right now, absolutely happy and recommend all the products that I use. So if you love NYX, if you want some drugstore, get this. Thanks for sticking with me to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, I hope you decide to join the family by hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.